How do you feel when you're out in the community and you see people wearing y'all's pieces?
I still dork out.
I still get excited too.
One thing that has always set Limbo Jewelry apart is the way y'all present your designs. It just draws people's eyes in.
Our thing has always been simple is better. The focus is the jewelry. We also give it different levels and dimensions for added depth. I have full swing OCD.
She's
Not
like,
really.
here's merchandising 101.
Not
Get
really.
yourself some OCD when
Some
it comes
lit rollers for the black velvet.
Yeah.
One of the most important things for jewelry is lighting. We were lucky enough to work with Michael Shu and his design team. We had to have the perfect combination of white and yellow LEDs, specifically for our jewelry line.
So you guys think and practice the way it's going to reflect on your jewelry.
Exactly.
And what will bring people in.
So we really try to make it a sensory experience in the store, from the visuals, but also we have special playlists, essential oil scents pumped into the store, lighting's welcoming and warm.
Well, I'm on sensory overload because there's just so much beautiful stuff. Like for instance, these earrings I cannot get enough of, and I noticed that they even match my amazing bracelet that I managed to put on in the 2 seconds I've been here.
Yeah, that's from our new Zama collection inspired by our Tulum travels.
So who's dreaming up all these beautiful designs?
My husband Edson.
Okay, well let's go chat with Edson because I need to know more about what's going on in his brain. Look at these. So I think of y'all as one of those perfect Austin fairy tales. You started as a market on South Congress, and with the support of the community, you were able to grow into these incredible bustling brick and mortar stores. How do y'all feel about your journey?
The first word that comes to mind is appreciative. Appreciative of the community that supported us, our work family that continues to allow us to grow.
We've been very lucky with the situation, you know, right time, right place. A little bit of hard work as well.
What did it look like in the beginning?
There was an artist market on South Congress, right next to the Italian restaurant called Vespaio. And we had mainly the jewelers, but all kinds of different crafters and local makers.
So how did Anne become a part of this story?
Well, that's kind of cute. We actually met right there. I was managing the lot, and she was working waiting tables at Vespaio next door.
See, it's a fairy tale. You guys are an Austin fairy tale. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go on. So
No, it's true.
She
Yeah.
was working at Vespaio.
Yeah, there's the first window right next to the bar. Was right by his tent, and I'd look out the window at him and be like, "Who's that cutie?" I didn't even realize he sold jewelry. I was like, just all eyes on Edson.
You asked me out on our first date.
I did, and then fell in love. We got married in 2008.
I love it. Where was the first date? Was it at Vespaio?
He sat at the bar and ordered my favorite thing on the menu while he waited for me to get off work, and then we went to the San Jose, and then we went to the Elephant Room.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. So we've been building the brands on that 1600 block of South Congress. It's come full circle, and we've from tent to brick and mortar.
When she jumped on board, everything got accelerated. I convinced her to come, and I was like, I need help. You would be the best asset to the company.
Yes.
And have all the strengths that I don't have. And from then on, it was just like skyrocketed.
At the market, what were they drawn to?
What would draw them in was my merchandising, and actually my other co-artists at the market would make fun of me because I would take, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours setting up compared to them 30 minutes to an hour. Because I was like super specific and OCD about everything being perfectly straight, the right height, the right color, the right angle, everything.
You always treated the outdoor artist market, your tent, as a store.
Absolutely.
You never treated it like a tent in a parking lot.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, sometimes people would ask me, it's like, do you have a real job? And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I know it's
still
just a
ask
tent,
that.
but this is my real job.
How do you describe your designs?
I would say minimal, simple.
Simple, but also magical. Because what I'm amazed by is how you can make it look like it's jumping off your wrist in this case.
Yeah, well, that's where I got lucky. My talent seems to be being able to make something specifically interesting and at the same time super simple. When I've seen other designers doing it in fashion, clothing, whatever it is they're doing, they seem to be able to do something original by just continuing to add elements to it until it's like busy enough that it looks different than the rest. And for me, it's stripping things away, you know, less is more.
Like my bracelet, the biggest part of the design is the empty space, right?
Yeah,
So you get this
space.
nice statement piece, but it's just very clean.
Even your earrings. You know, the most space is in the middle where there's nothing.
Yeah.
Also, while we're on your jewelry, Anne, I can't help but notice your wedding ring. That is extraordinary.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful piece. I did have to wait a minute for it. As they say, the shoemaker's children wear no shoes. But I've finally been reunited with my wedding ring, and I don't know, I've never seen anything like this.
Where do you bring in all your inspiration from?
Try to just visually absorb as much as I can and keeping my brain happy. Like if I'm not happy or in a good place, I cannot create anything.
How do you feel when you're out in the community and you see people wearing y'all's pieces?
I still dork out.
I still get excited too. Yeah.
What does dork out look like?
Like, oh my God, my husband made that necklace. I always have to say something.
Yeah, and it happens a lot. Like in airports in different parts of the world, it's crazy, yeah. Which just reinforces our path in a way. Yeah.
Lollapalooza in Chicago.
Yeah, we ended up talking to this couple, and then they're like, oh, from Austin. Oh, we live in Austin too. It's like, oh yeah, we have a shop here. Oh, Limbo, what? My wife's wearing Limbo, and his wife shows up and she's like decked out in Limbo.
Oh, that's gotta be such a compliment though.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Thank you so much for letting me play dress up with y'all today. I've got some beautiful pieces on, but I think I could use like 5 or 6 more.
Done.
Or wait, does that work or is that against the philosophy? Do I need to keep it more simple?
No. Once it's yours,
You
you
do
can do
you.
whatever you want.
You do you, my favorite.